Hey, this is Kevin. I was just sitting here tinkering and painting. I've got some D&D figures up here to paint for my daughter for Christmas, and little pieces for other people, and spiders and giants, and oh my gosh, and caissons for artillery pieces. And then of course there's my Dacian army that I've been painting on for God knows how long. This has been a slog. I would agree very much with our favorite YouTuber Fraser when he was doing his Dacians. That was a bit of a slog, if I remember, or maybe it was his Indians. I can't remember. But anyway, I was just sitting here and I was listening to Ralph Ansley. It's one of our YouTubers, right? And somebody who I really enjoy, Ralph Ansley, gave a report about his recent thoughts and his going to warfare and to meeting up with another one of my favorite YouTubers and at Zen Miniatures. And what a lovely person. I mean, you can't comment on Ralph's YouTube videos, and I understand why, but I really appreciate him, and I really appreciate his opinions. I might not agree with all of them, but I probably do about 97%. Very wise man, very interesting, and I wish I could sit with him like David did for 3, 4, 5 hours, buy him a meal, a cup of coffee, take him to the train station. In fact, hell, I'd drive him all the way back to Plymouth just to spend time with him. But he said something on his YouTube channel that was very interesting. He said, you almost want to stop doing it because people are just kind of cruel. They hit this thumbs down on your video, or thumbs up, and people make rude comments and things like that. Well, I thought about it and I went, I don't know if anybody does thumbs down on my videos. I mean, really, I never thought about that, right? And so I went today and I looked, and sure enough, I have on, I don't know, maybe 20 of my videos, people that have hit thumbs down. And I thought, well, why would anybody do that, to be honest? I'm just presenting my work, my painting, sometimes painting of others. And, I'm just presenting something that I've done or I've put together. And I'm like, wow, people actually would hit thumbs down. I kind of want to just say, well, don't be a coward and write a comment. Tell me what you don't like. Man up, grow a pair, that sort of thing. But people actually do. They hit a thumbs down, but they don't tell you why. And I would never do that to some other YouTuber or somebody who sticks themselves out there and paints and builds and creates and wants to share what they're doing with us. I think that's awesome, and that they've learned a new skill of being able to create something. I think that's awesome. I've had to learn how to edit, how to create, how to film, and as you can see from this, I'm not doing a very good job of it. It's very blurry. So, and somebody might hit a thumbs down, but I don't understand that we as wargamers, as historians, as collectors, as hobbyists, that we would be so cruel to each other to hit a thumbs down on somebody else's content. I just don't understand it. One, it's hurtful. And two, then you start to ask, well, why? The people that I like is recently on one of my Napoleonic videos, I had a very lovely gentleman on Facebook comment, and he commented that I had used the wrong flags. I used infantry flags on my cavalry. And you know what? I appreciated that. I went, oh my God, you're right. I did. Holy crap, Batman. That's what I wrote him. And I'm like, wow, I really appreciate you telling me that, because, I want to be as correct as I can. And I appreciated this gentleman and some others that wrote and said, this is right, this is wrong. But you know what? That's what we do as gamers and collectors, is we can correct each other with love and kindness. And I mean, I don't have to accept it, but I generally do. And I appreciated it very much, that person was kind enough to share his knowledge with me versus just hitting a thumbs down. And yeah, I never really noticed that. So Ralph really brought it to my attention and brought other things to my attention. But I think at the very, very end, what I got from his video, and I think that David supported that, and some others that I communicate with, basically said, ignore them. Keep doing what you're doing, because it's fun. And you know who actually got me involved with videotaping and sharing my hobby? Because I have a lot of miniatures. I think it's 250,000 at this point. I have a massive collection, and I've never shared it with anybody. But Fraser got me involved. And he's the one who said, do it. You can figure it out. You can get in there. You can do it. And so Fun Ketteringham, I don't know if you've been to his channel, but I think we all have, was very kind to me in supporting me, giving a shout out. Really wonderful person. And I've had great comments from Leon T66. I've had great comments from Corvinius and from others. And I really appreciated that help, to get me to learn, to share, and that's been great. And there's other YouTubers out there that I really enjoyed watching that don't do so much anymore, like JP moved to the United States, and others that really, I think, did a fantastic job, but you don't hear from them much anymore. And you kind of wonder why. Was it that people were cruel? Were they mean? Did they hit some thumbs down? Did they or just get tired because they didn't get enough interaction, right? And yeah, I don't know. I was just thinking about it, that maybe he's right. I'm not sure. But anyway, I'm going to press on. I'm not here to get subscribers. I don't really watch that, and that's okay if somebody wants to watch and they get connected with me through that way. I'm not trying to make money. I'm not trying to do anything with YouTube other than just be there for other people and share. I really appreciate like the Seventh Son and what he's doing to kind of energize the hobby and this plastic podcast and that group that's involved with that. I really appreciate these guys who stick themselves out to share with us. And I would never, Boots on the Table, that's another one I'm thinking about. Mark's Game Room, or, War Games, the Wargame channel. And my God, there's just so many others that really just try to entertain us. And, they put things out there. And I just don't know if I could ever bring myself to giving any one of those people, or Storm of Steel, or, you guys all know all these people. They entertain us. They give us ideas. They have whether they follow the main circuit of what's new, or they follow what they think is the most popular thing. That doesn't bother me at all. I think it's wonderful to kind of have somebody keep me informed of the hobby. And oh heck, I just paint and I listen, and I just generally just enjoy what people have to say. Anyway, Ralph, if you're listening, I agree with you. It's hurtful. And I'm really thankful, if you're listening, Fraser, thankful to you that you pushed me on to sharing my hobby. And yeah, if I could see you someday, I'd just give you a big hug and probably buy you several cups of tea. Anyway, I have no idea if anybody really listens or watches. I also noticed today I went into the analytics to my YouTube channel. So these are things I just never really gave it much thought. And I don't know if my other fellow YouTubers actually notice it or not, or if they look at their analytics. But I'm watching that, on average, how long somebody actually watches one of the movies that I make. And it's like 28%, 32%, 37, 42. But I don't see anything that's 100. So I'm wondering, do people just cut me off like at the beginning of my movie or the video, or at 20% in, that's not very far. That's maybe, I try to keep them at about 8 minutes to movie. That's somebody only watching like a minute and a half. So, wow. I was just shocked. I thought, well, should I continue? Should I do this? Should I show people my work, my armies? Because when I went to paint armies, or I wanted to build something, I always looked through, the web and blogs and YouTubes to see, what did somebody else do? How did they build it? How did they paint it? Of course, I have books. I can look. But I just wondered, well, how did somebody else do that? And so I wanted to see. And I could very, very rarely find anything. So I thought, well, I'm just going to put my armies up, and maybe somebody will use that. Maybe somebody will enjoy it. Maybe somebody will get some ideas or inspiration or correct me. Maybe I'll find some new friends this way. And but only 1 minute into the video, or 2 minutes, maybe I should just flash up like 5 pictures and say, there you go, and move on. So, I'm not sure, like I watch everybody's video to the end. Like Medieval Gamer, Nick. Wonderful, I watch his all the way to the end. He's entertaining. In fact, his voice is soothing. I could watch his videos over and over, and he's exciting, and I learn things. And I Yorkshire Gamer and others that really have great shows that they talk about their hobby and things and what's going on. And I just wondered what other people experience. I wouldn't talk about these things because it really wasn't my focus. My focus was to show you what armies could look like, show you my work. I love to paint. I love to build things, love to hobby. Anyway, I also miss Little Legions. What a wonderful little show that was. And I haven't seen him on for a couple of months, so I miss him. Anyway, I'm just rambling. If anybody has any comments, that would be great to just see what other people experience. And I'm not sure anybody will actually listen this to the end. The odds are probably not. But anyway, this is a shout out, and just thought I would just ramble and talk, which I don't do very often. Also, Sam over at Corvinius, he also has a wonderful YouTube and a paint-along sessions. Really enjoy it. What a joy. And just a shout out to him and to David to, hey, keep pressing on, brothers.